Okay, hello everybody, it's me again at the signal box, back with another video really quickly. This is just a video today in correspondence with the gentleman that posted a comment on my last video about the multimeter, and he said, I'd love to see you using it. So I did reply to the gentleman in question, and I posted a little link underneath, and I said, well, if you look at Double O Bill's video, he pretty much explains it all. It's nothing he's done that I wouldn't have done myself, but for the benefit of everybody else that wanted to see this thing or me using it, well, okay, then I normally try and do things as per standard, so to speak. So I'll show you how you use it. So I've got a Hornby Class 29 diesel locomotive. That's the body shell off. Here's the traction motor, pickup bogie and chassis, and the wire. So what we're going to do is just do a continuity test, obviously from the pickup side, which is the lead bogie with the wire, over to the motor. So if I just flip it round, it's actually easier. So we're going to be working right to left. In this case, it will be pickup and this direction to the left to the motor tag, which is that motor tag brush goes to the brush inside the armature and commutator face plate for that side, and then the left hand brush picks up off that tag, and that goes directly to the metal part of the motor housing, which is the chassis, and that picks up from the live chassis through the wheels to that side, and it goes back up that wire from the wheels and to that brush for that side of the circuit. And then the other side brush, the right hand brush, is picked up via this pickup wire that is from the bogie at the front there from the other side. So in a sense, you've got one side of the chassis picking up, and the other side of the chassis, one side is insulated and the other side is insulated also. So in this case, we've got traction tyres on my left hand side, and on the other side you've got insulated wheels, which is the grey cogged teeth wheels that side, which is the right. So you've got pickup left and pickup on the right. So that's how it all works and completes the circuit. So what I'm going to do now is just set things up with the multimeter and go in and show you briefly how it works. Okay, for all intensive purposes then, we've got the multimeter switched on. We've got the rotary dial set all the way around to the continuity setting, which is where that little speaker icon is, and below it the little icon for continuity. So that's the setting we've got it on. The backlit display is switched on. I've got the black probe just rubbing up against the side of that live wheel, because remember, on the way you have the bogie arrangement on these models is that you have one side picking up on each side, not both sides together, otherwise you get a short. So the key is we've got a live side this side, and the other live side will be on this side. So first of all, we're going to test out between the pickup bogie and the brown wire, just like you saw in Double O Bill's video. But obviously for those that want to see me do it, it's nothing interesting or exciting, but here we go. So I'll just bring in the red probe, and then if I touch that clip there, and by the magic of YouTube, things just don't work the way you want them to, but here we go, let's try this. So there we go. If you missed that before, I'll do it again. That's telling me I've got continuity. That's telling me that that wheel is making contact with the metal bogie, or the cast metal bogie, and it's passing, there's no current involved, but it's telling me that there's a connection between the wheel on that side up through the metal bogie and then passing through onto that tag there. That's all live. Okay, so if I then remove that, this will be even harder, or will it not? Let's see. If I somehow do this with one hand, if I just, let's see. Let me stop this a minute and I'll try and work something out. See, that's why you should watch Double O Bill's videos, because he's got a blinking tripod. I think that's going to have to be my next point of payment on Amazon, is get a little mini tripod for my camera. Because I have actually got a tripod. I've got a nice big professional tripod that you can adjust on stand, but I don't think I've got the adapter for an iPhone, because I shoot all my videos on an iPhone. Why do you ask? Because it's easier, it's faster, the quality's pretty good, and I can directly upload it from my phone to YouTube. That's how I do things. I have got a standalone digital HD video camera, but that just, I have to muck about plugging it into a laptop, and there's a storage issue, and it's just a lot more slower. So I tend to do my videos and upload in this way. It's all I can afford at the moment, but if I can show something clearly, audibly and visually, and it works all right, you know, leave it. Anyway, so we have got the red probe that is on the right hand motor tag, and that corresponds to that live pickup wire going on that side on the right. That brush on the right hand side of the motor corresponds to that right hand pickup arm. So then if I take the black probe and I run it to the other end of that brown wire that goes from the motor tag on the right hand side to the bogie, which is where it picks up the current from, we want to test now. We know everything on the bogie in terms of the wheel, the axles, and the axle chassis part there that picks up. We know that's all good. Now we need to test out the actual physical piece of wire that's bridging that connection between the bogie and the motor proper. So all you do is we're going to attach that on there, and as you can see, that's telling us straight away we've got connection. That means there's continuity between the wire now and the motor, so that pickup wire is working. That's what we want, and we need to now test out between the left hand tag, which is the left brush, to the live pickup on the back of the motor there, which is the housing there, which picks up from that little black wire which is wedged in between that on the metal part of the motor housing construction, and that acts as a live chassis pickup all the way to the left hand tag. So let's go and do that now. Okay, once again, guys and girls, I really do apologise for keep stopping and starting these shots, but I haven't got a tripod. I'm going to definitely work on this, because it's easier when I do table work. It's easier to have hands free. I will promise you I'll work on that. But anyway, so we've got the red probe just wedged in between the, like that, on the left hand brush this time. Remember, we've tested the right hand brush, that works. The right hand brush works. The left hand brush we're going to test out now between that and the live chassis proper. So if I then bring the black probe round, you'll see on top there's a metal tag that slots into a little recess on the top of the motor housing, which is cast. That's live. So all we're going to do is touch that tag, and we should get a bleep like so. So that's telling us we've got continuity now. So if I then take this, we should be able to get a little reading off that as well. That's not bleeping, but it's still telling us we've got continuity as such. So yeah, that basically is how it works. I mean, obviously, if you want to test your multimeter, if you want to make sure the bleep is working, it hasn't broken, just put the two pins together like that. So that's how you test it, obviously, if it's working. But on a whole, we know that everything on this chassis is okay, and I know that because the thing works. But if I had a problem with this, just like Double O Bill's video explained, if you've got, I mean, I just copied in basically actually with a class 29 chassis, but let's just say any loco from Hornby or Lima, and you've got a chassis and it's very jerky and it doesn't run properly, or it doesn't run at all, obviously you check the axles around the right way, for example. That's the first thing you do. Then when you have the body off and you check the axles, like I said, then you check mainly this wire. This is often the culprit, because what happens is, over a period of time, as the bogie goes like that, left and right around your track, I'm not saying it does, but sometimes these can get very weak over a period of time. It could be age, brittleness of the wire. So this is a point of reference you always should go for first. This particular wire that goes from the pickup bogie to the motor. Check that piece of wire out, check the tags, because this is a 1979 model with the original 1979 brown Margate wire pickup on there. Still the original pickup after all these years. And the wire, I can check the integrity of the wire. That is very, very good. Nothing wrong with that. That's safe as houses. But these sometimes can get quite brittle if they're stored in dampness or somewhere a little bit temperature wise not very good. These can with age become quite brittle, and they sometimes can snap off the tags, and that might be your problem. There might only be maybe 2 strands of wire holding the thing together. That's going to cause a problem. So check the wire is there and it's okay first. Then you can test out between the wire and the motor, and if you've got continuity from pickup bogie to the motor, you know very, very well that it's going to be an issue around here. And again, this little meter comes in so handy. I'll just turn that off like that. And just, yes, it bleeps when it goes round. Okay. Just as a point of reference as well, just for your benefit, even though it comes with the instructions, the way you set it up is normal continuity testing on most of the majority of the times you'll use one of these. The black cable goes to the left in the middle comm socket, and the battery tests go on the right there. You don't normally get involved with using, like I said in my last video yesterday, you don't normally use this one. This is for like higher voltage. You never really use that, and you shouldn't really. When it comes to the hobby, you're not going to really be using that so much at all. It's these 2 terminals you need to worry about. So black on the left, right is red. Sorry, is it right? No, sorry. Let me start that again. On my camera, on my as the crow flies, let me say that again, sorry. It's black on the right, red on the left. Sorry. Black cable goes on the right hand side, red goes on the left. So black goes to the COM one, which is the left hand side, and red goes to the battery. So black on the right, red on the left. That is it. So you guys, or 1 or 2 of you, wanted to see me use the multimeter, and I'm sure that just left you on the edge of your seats this morning. I'm sure, you know, you're excited, and you're not going to be able to sleep for a week, I'd imagine, after watching all that. Sorry, I'm just being sarcastic. But no, there you are. It's nothing really exciting, but that's how you use it. I mean, it's dead simple. I mean, you know, like I said, get yourself one of these. If you've got quite a few of these type chassis, which you will have, yeah, I mean, they are a great little tool, especially for fault finding and testing out for shorts and things like that. Because obviously, if we hadn't got the bleep in between here and there, it's definitely a fault with this bit of wire. And if we'd have got a fault between here and, say, of, for example, the left hand side and there, and there was no bleep or no indication on the screen, we know there's a problem with this. Now, it works exactly the same principle for the tender drive models. If you've got an Airfix tender drive model, you're looking more at the loco side of things, but also you can test out the brush and the commutator terminals as well. Same principle. But anyway, that's a piece of information for you guys out there, because I know that some of you wanted to see it, as mentioned. So there we are. But I know for a fact 00 Bill's version is better, because he's got his set up properly, and in my opinion his video is far better and superior to my little video today. But me being me, I've just done my version, and if it helps someone out there, then job done. Anyway, have yourselves a great rest of the weekend. And as mentioned, I'm going to be ordering this week, actually tomorrow, I'm very excited to order my electronics and signal bits and pieces to begin the resig project on my railway. And I can't wait to share that with you as and when it comes. I'll most likely do an unboxing, first of all, to show you what you get in the box, and then I'll do a separate video of it all fitted up and working. Okay, until such times, look after yourselves, stay safe, take care, and happy modelling.